You ever wonder what's quietly stealing your strength, one fleeting moment at a time? Let's talk about something real, something you might brush off as no big deal. Masturbation. I'm not here to judge you or preach from some high horse. I just want to sit with you, like a friend over coffee, and peel back the layers of this habit you've probably told yourself is harmless. Because here's the thing, it's not about the act itself, it's about what it's doing to you, deep down, where your fire lives. Picture this, it's late, the house is quiet, and you're alone with your thoughts. You reach for that quick release, that 5-minute escape. It feels good, right? Like a warm blanket on a cold night. But then the fog clears, and you're left staring at the ceiling, wondering why you don't feel as alive as you used to. That's not just your imagination, it's your mind and body whispering a truth you've been too busy to hear. This isn't about shame or guilt trips, it's about seeing what's really at stake. You're not alone in this. Millions of guys, and yeah, women too, across the US, from the buzzing streets of New York to the quiet plains of Kansas, wrestle with this same pull. We're told it's normal, natural, even healthy. Doctors say it can knock you out for a solid 8 hours of sleep, and sure, maybe it does, but what if that's only half the story? What if every time you give in, you're handing over a piece of your willpower, your focus, your grit? Stick with me here, because once you see what's hiding behind that rush, you might just decide to take back control, not tomorrow, but today. Ready to hear why? Let's dive in. What if everything you've been told about masturbation is only half the picture? Let's step back and look at this thing you've probably done 100 times, maybe more, and see it through a different lens. Science, today, history, yesterday. I'm not here to throw facts at you like some textbook. I just want you to sit with me for a minute. Imagine we're kicking back on your porch, a cold drink in hand, digging into what this all means for you. Today, the folks in white coats, doctors, researchers, the smart ones, say it's no big deal. They've watched dogs do it, monkeys too, and figured, hey, if it's in nature, it's normal for us. You've probably heard it yourself. It's a stress buster, a quick way to unwind. After a long day, hauling 50-pound boxes at work, or staring at a screen for 10 hours straight. They even say it's a ticket to dreamland, knocks you out faster than a shot of whiskey. Studies out of places like the French Institute of Health back this up. After that release, your brain just shuts off the noise, dims the lights, and lets you crash for a solid 7 or 8 hours. Sounds pretty good, right? A little me time that doesn't hurt anybody. But rewind the clock a couple 100 years, and the story flips. Back then, people weren't so chill about it. Picture a preacher in a dusty old town, thumping his Bible, warning you that every time you spill your seed, you're throwing away something sacred. For guys, it was a sin against life itself, wasting what could have built a family. For women, oh, they had their own fears. If you could find that spark on your own, why bother with a man at all? They even thought it'd make you sick. Weak bones, bad eyes, you name it. Crazy, sure, but it stuck with folks for a long time, like a shadow you couldn't shake. So here you are, caught between two worlds. One says, go for it, it's fine, while the other's still whispering, watch out, you're losing something. Which one's right? Maybe neither. Maybe it's not about what they say, it's about what you feel when the moment passes. Ever notice that quiet itch, that pull to do it again, even when you don't really want to? That's where the real story starts, my friend, not in labs or old books, but in you. Want to know what's tugging at your soul? Let's keep going. What if that quick rush you chase is secretly rewiring you, one moment at a time? Let's pull up a chair, you and me, and unpack what's really happening inside your head when you give in to that urge. This isn't about shaming you. It's about shining a light on something you might not even see yet. Picture us sitting by a campfire, the crackle of wood filling the air, as we dig into the messy, beautiful truth of what your body and mind are up to. Here's how it starts. You're stressed. Maybe it's a 12-hour shift at the warehouse, hauling boxes that weigh 60 pounds each. Or maybe it's just life piling up like dirty laundry. You turn to that familiar fix. It hits, and for a split second, everything melts away. Your brain lights up like a 4th of July sparkler, pumping out this feel-good juice, dopamine. They call it. It's the same stuff that floods you when you bite into a warm slice of apple pie or hear your favorite song on the radio. It's a reward, a pat on the back, and man, it feels like a 10-minute vacation. Your shoulders drop, your eyes get heavy, and before you know it, you're out cold for a solid 8 hours. Sounds like a win, doesn't it? But here's the catch, and lean in close, because this is where it gets real. That rush, it's not free. Every time you chase it, your brain takes notes. It's like a kid with a new toy. It wants more, and it wants it now. Next time that 10-minute high isn't enough, you're back at it, maybe twice in a day, then 3. You're not even enjoying it anymore. It's just an itch. You can't stop scratching. Over weeks, months, that sparkler fizzles. Your brain's like, whoa, too much, and starts shutting the doors, blocking that good feeling. Now you're chasing a ghost, doing it more, getting less, and feeling emptier every time. It's not just some science lab talk. You've felt it, haven't you? That hollow ache after, like you've traded something big for a cheap thrill. They've got a name for it. Hypersexuality. A fancy way of saying you're hooked. It's not so different from a guy chain smoking a pack a day, or downing a 5th of bourbon, just to feel normal. You start losing pieces of yourself, your focus, your drive, that fire that gets you out of bed. Maybe you're scrolling through stuff online you'd never admit to, or daydreaming about things that don't even sound like you anymore. That's the trap, my friend, not the act, but the chains it's wrapping around your soul. You're stronger than that, though. You don't have to be a slave to a 5-second rush. Want to know how to break free? Stick with me. We're not done yet. What if the real battle isn't with your hands, but with your heart? Let's sit down together, you and me, like we're on a quiet hill watching the sun dip below the horizon, and talk about something older than us, something those tough-as-nails Stoics figured out centuries ago. I'm not here to lecture you. I just want to walk you through what guys like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius might say if they were kicking back with us, sipping a beer, talking about this urge you've been wrestling with. See, the Stoics weren't about shutting down every pleasure, like some monks swearing off apple pie or a good laugh. They loved life, but they loved it on their terms. To them, that quick rush you get, that 5-minute escape, isn't the enemy. It's a test. Picture it like a wild horse. You can ride it, feel the wind in your face, but if you don't hold the reins, it'll drag you through the mud. They'd ask you, are you running the show, or is it running you? That's the line in the sand. One of their buddies, Epicurus, not a Stoic exactly, but close enough, said it plain. It's not the late-night thrills that make you a man. It's knowing when to say enough. Seneca, that old Roman with a pen sharper than a switchblade, would tell you it's about mastery. Not beating yourself up, not pretending you don't feel the pull, but staring it down, square in the eye, and choosing what's worth your time. Imagine you're standing at a fork in the road. One path's a quick jolt, a sugar rush, that fades by morning. The other's harder, slower, but it builds something, a quiet strength, a fire that doesn't flicker out. The Stoics bet on that second path. They'd say real freedom isn't chasing every itch, it's picking your battles, owning your soul. You've got that power, you know. It's not about locking yourself in a cage, It's about unlocking something bigger. Ever feel that spark when you push through a tough day, maybe hauling 50-pound bags of feed, or finishing a project you swore you'd quit? That's the gold they're talking about. Want to see how deep it goes? Let's keep walking this road together. What happens when that quick fix starts pulling the strings of your life? Let's sit here, you and me, like we're on your back porch, with the crickets humming, and face what's really going down when you let this thing run wild. I'm not pointing fingers. I just want you to see the ripples, the quiet mess it leaves behind, and the way out that's waiting for you. Picture it. You're caught in the loop. That 5-minute high turns into an hour lost, then a night. You're not just tired. You're hollow. It's like you've been pouring water into a cracked bucket, wondering why you're still thirsty. That's the cost. It's not just about the act. It's the weight that settles in after. Maybe you feel a pang, a little voice saying, "Why'd I do that again?" Or maybe it's heavier, shame creeping in like fog over a lake, making you feel 10 pounds smaller. The Stoics would nod and say, "That's it, my friend. You're drifting from the natural rhythm, from the peace you're built for. You're not in sync anymore. You're a prisoner to a itch you didn't even choose." But here's the good news. You don't have to stay there. I've seen it. Someone close to me, a guy who used to chase that rush like it was oxygen. He'd crash after, every time, like a truck running out of gas on a 50-mile stretch. Then he found something, those old Stoic ideas. He started small, breathing deep, asking himself, "Do I need this, or am I just running?" Day by day, he clawed back control. Now, he's steady, like an oak tree after a storm, stronger, quieter, alive in a way that 5 minutes never gave him. You can do that too. It's not about perfection. It's about picking yourself up. Sit still for 10 minutes. Feel the air. Let your mind settle. You'll find it. A calm that's worth more than any rush. Want that freedom? It's yours to take. Let's figure it out together. So, what are you gonna do with this spark flickering inside you right now? Let's stand here together, you and me, at the edge of something real, like we're looking out over a wide-open field at dawn. The air crisp and full of promise. I've laid it all out. The science, the history, the way it messes with your head, and the old Stoic wisdom that's tougher than a 50-pound steel beam. Now it's on you. Are you gonna keep handing over your fire for a 5-minute flicker? Or are you ready to take it back? This isn't about guilt. It's about guts. Picture yourself a month from now, waking up sharp. No fog, no regrets. You're not dragging through the day like you're hauling a 100-pound sack. You're standing tall, eyes clear, because you chose to be the one calling the shots. That's not a dream. It's a road, and it starts with one step. Tonight, when that urge hits, pause, breathe deep for 10 seconds. Ask yourself, is this me, or just a habit wearing my face? You've got the strength. I see it in you. Even if you don't yet, you're not alone on this. Across the country, from the neon buzz of LA to the quiet back roads of Ohio, people are waking up, shaking off the chains. Be one of them. Try it, just for a day, then a week. Feel the difference. And hey, if this hit you right, drop a comment below. I've got this. I'm taking control. Hit that like button. Share it with a buddy who needs it. Let's keep this fire spreading. Subscribing. That's your way of saying, I'm in for more. Every click fuels us to keep bringing you stuff that cuts deep and lifts you up. Let's build something real together, my friend. You ready?